So, you're selling your home in South Africa. You might think it's all about finding the right buyer and agreeing on a price, right? Well, before you can even think about handing over the keys, you've got to get past a series of official gatekeepers, a set of crucial compliance certificates. Today, we're going to break down exactly what they are, and more importantly, why they matter so much. Just picture it. You've finally navigated the wild property market, you've signed that offer to purchase, and you're already mentally placing your furniture, figuring out where the couch is going to go. It feels like you're right at the finish line. So, time to get the keys, right? Not so fast. You see, in South Africa, there's this really crucial step that has to happen between that signed offer and the moment the property is officially, legally yours. And that's where these things come in. Compliance certificates. Think of them as the official gatekeepers. Their one and only job is to make sure a home is safe and up to all the legal standards before the sale can be finalized at the deeds office. No certificate, no transfer. Okay, so these certificates basically fall into two main buckets. First up, let's talk about the big ones, the nationwide essentials. These are the certificates you're going to need no matter where your property is in the country. All right, so there are three main players on the national stage. The first one, for electrical compliance, is an absolute must-have. It's non-negotiable for every single sale. The other two, for gas and electric fences, while they only pop up if your property actually has those specific features. Okay, let's really dive into the big one, the Electrical Certificate of Compliance, or ECC. It is absolutely the seller's legal responsibility to get this sorted. And I mean, it's mandatory for every single transfer. There are zero exceptions to this rule. So what are these inspectors actually looking for? Well, they'll start at your DB board, the main electrical panel, making sure the earth leakage is working. That's a huge safety feature. Then they'll hunt for any exposed wires, check that all your plugs are properly earthed to prevent any nasty shocks, and they'll make sure the geyser is correctly bonded. That last one is a really critical safety check. All right, next on the list is the gas certificate. Now, this one's for you if your home has any kind of permanent gas setup. We're talking a gas stove, maybe a cozy fireplace, or even a built-in heater. And with gas, the name of the game is safety, pure and simple. The inspector is basically looking for two major things. First, and this is the big one, is the installation totally leak-free. And second, are any gas bottles stored the right way? They have to be a certain legal distance from doors and windows to make sure everything's properly ventilated. And that brings us to our third nationwide certificate, and this is for a feature you see all over South Africa, the electric fence. Yep, if you've got one, you're going to need a specific certificate just for that. So this inspection really boils down to two key safety points. Number one, the fence has to be non-lethal. Its job is to be a deterrent, not to cause serious harm. And number two, you have to have those mandatory warning signs up and clearly visible for everyone to see. Okay, so that's the nationwide stuff. But wait, there's more. Things can get a little trickier depending on where in the country your property is. So let's take a look at some of the location-specific certificates you might run into. If you're selling a place inside the city of Cape Town, you've got an extra hoop to jump through. It's a mandatory water installation certificate, and it really comes from the region's intense focus on water conservation. So this Cape Town inspection is all about managing water. They do a simple but really clever test. They turn off all the taps and check if the water meter stops running. If it doesn't, you've got a hidden leak somewhere. They also check that stormwater isn't being illegally diverted into the sewer system because that can totally overwhelm it. And finally, they'll check the safety valves on the geyser. And last but not least, we've got probably the most unusual certificate of the bunch. This one is super common in coastal areas, think the Western Cape and KwaZulu-Natal. It's the Beetle Clearance Certificate. You heard me right, beetles. An inspector literally comes to your house to look for wood-destroying insects, like the infamous European house borer. These little guys can silently eat away at the structure of your home's roof and floors. So this certificate is all about making sure the hidden wooden bones of the house are safe and sound. Okay, so now we know what all these certificates are, but here's the million-rand question. How do you actually manage all of this without causing huge, frustrating delays to your sale? And trust me, avoiding delays is absolutely critical. You know the saying, time is money, and that's especially true in property. When a sale gets stuck for weeks because of a certificate problem, it means more holding costs for the seller and a whole lot of frustration for the buyer. In a hot market, delays like that can actually kill the whole deal.
So, what's the big secret to making this whole thing go smoothly? It's actually really simple. Get these inspections done early, like way early. I'm talking before you even put that for sale sign up.
This is pretty much the game plan right here. It's a simple, winning strategy. Step 1, inspect before you list. Step 2, this gives you breathing room to fix anything that comes up without the stress of a buyer's deadline hanging over your head. And step 3, you have all your certificates ready to go for the buyer. It just makes the whole transaction so much smoother and faster for everyone. Okay, let's wrap this up. What's the big idea here? I mean, why go through all this paperwork and all these inspections in the first place?
Well, it's pretty straightforward, actually. These certificates, they're not just red tape. They're not just another hurdle to jump. They are a form of protection. They protect the buyer from moving into a home with hidden, dangerous problems. And they also protect you, the seller, from any legal trouble down the road. It's about making sure the whole deal is safe and transparent for everybody involved.
And when you stop and think about the stakes, I mean, with the average home price in the Western Cape sitting at around 2.1 million rand, you can see why getting this right is so important. There's a massive amount of money and trust on the line. So all of this leaves us with one final, really important question. Now that you know about all these official gatekeepers, you really have to ask yourself, is your home truly ready for transfer?